Told you so. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a little series I call Car Seggs. Okay, right now I'm on noise cancellation. I'm in Baton Rouge. I got rocky roads. You know what I'm saying? The car making all kind of noise. I got noise cancellation on, so I don't know what this really sound like, to be honest. But we go roll with it, and hopefully it don't sound too bad. You clicked on the video. You saw the title. You saw the thumbnail. Ladies and gentlemen, also timestamps down below if you want to just listen to certain segments. I urge you to listen to the whole video. But without further ado, we're already damn near a minute into it. Let's get into it. Disclaimer. I'm rolling off the black. Two sugars. Got my girl in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Just finished clanging and banging in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And I got this double trouble right here. So if you see some white shit on my lips, chill out, fool. Chill out. I don't know. Wow. You're going to merge just like that? That's cool. Louisiana drivers, man. Any goddamn way. You probably saw him right there. That was crazy. Anyway, the best is blessed. And I want to talk about where does the featherweight division go from here. We're going to talk Max and Ilia. We're going to talk about the matchup of Max and Ilia. And we're going to talk about some matchups I think the featherweight, Dana White should make for the featherweight division. Sean Shelby, Dana White. They need a, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get some more stars in here. Let's get some more contenders. Because obviously Ilia's bored. Even though he hasn't beat any of the contenders. He's bored. He beat Volk, obviously. And he beat Josh Emmett, who is a contender. But I think he's a pretender. Anyway, matchup. We all know matchups make fights. Max is 32 years old in the prime of his fighting career. Right? And I think Max is a worse matchup than Volk. Or should I say I think Volk is an easier matchup for Ilia's style and Ilia's game than Volkanovski. I want to say this, Volk is hittable. And now, yes, he does, and I don't know if the striking differentials show this. And yes, Volk does a good job of getting out of the way of attacks, but he does get hit. And when he gets hit pretty flush. How many times do we see Volk get hit and, you know what I'm saying? That was good one. You know what I'm saying? Volk style. First of all, Ilia faced the Volk coming off of a horrible knockout, like all the way out. Not only did I think Islam depleted Volk's chin, but I don't think Volk gave himself enough time to fully recover when he fought Ilia, and it didn't take much. Because Volk was winning that fight, but it didn't take much. Every time Ilia landed, he got a reaction. So, here's the thing. I don't think Volk's chin will ever be the same, but we're not here to talk about Volk. Actually, yeah, we're here to talk about Volk. Let's just talk about the different styles. And let's compare Volk and Max. Volk's defense isn't as good as people make it seem. He can counter, but his defense isn't that great. Volk's way of getting out of the way of strikes is his lead hand is low, and his backhand is high. His chin's in the air, his backhand's here, and he's backpedaling. And whenever you're able to blitz Volk, and back him up against the fence to where he can't backpedal anymore, and now he's just doing this, that fucks him up. And that's exactly what Ilia did. Ilia got him against the cage to where there's no more backpedaling. And this isn't going to stop you from getting hit. And he got hit flush and it put him out. I'm probably playing some clips right now. That's just not good against the Ilia Topuria, who's going to blitz forward. He's going to plot forward. He's going to throw hard, and he's going to wait. He's going to wait for you to finish. Okay, once you finish, Volk doesn't intercept. Volk goes, then he lets you go. Goes, then lets you go. He'll intercept every now and then. But whenever he lets this opponent go, he lets them get off 4 or 5 punches if they please. And Ilia blitz forward, body, head. KO, sleep. I don't think it's going to be that easy for Max. This Max Holloway that we're seeing now, yeah, he's more patient, but his volume is still so much higher than his opponents. Not named Alexander Volkanovski, of course. Now, Max is okay staying in the pocket. Yes, Max would prefer to be on his bike, tag, pop, and he's beating the pillow hands allegations by every fight at this point. But Max is okay staying in the pocket, dipping his head, countering with the left hand, dipping his head, countering with the hook, dipping his head, going to the body, ripping the body. Max Holloway is okay with that. Max isn't just going to backpedal with his chin in the air. Hope that you miss. You see what I'm saying? Max isn't just gonna let you. In Volk versus Max 3, where we saw Max get beat up, Max was still the one going forward. Very rare do we see Max against the cage. And seeing Max Holloway wear Justin Gaethje's punches, a guy who has way more power than Ilia, a guy who throws every single shot to damage, to hurt you, it's a good sign. Yes, he got dropped for the first time in that fight, but it was a quick little drop. Recovered fast. I don't think he was too hurt. I really don't. Got right back up. Facial expressions. Maybe he had a great poker face. And I'm trying not to let recency bias stir me to think. I'm not saying Max Holloway beats Ilia, but I think Max Holloway has a better chance of beating Ilia than Volk did. I think his style was harder for Ilia to deal with than Volk. Let's keep going. So a lot of times in that Justin Gaethje fight, where when Gaethje would throw hard, Max would dip off to the side. And while Gaethje's still in the middle of Gaethje's combinations, Max will throw something and intercept it and throw off the timing and the rhythm. That's going to be a key factor against Ilia. A guy who's going to blitz and unload at one point, then he's going to stop. He's going to see what you have to offer. Blitzing and throwing off that timing is going to be huge for Max Holloway. I honestly don't know who has the speed advantage in this fight. I really don't. It's very interesting. A lot of people talk about the wrestling. I think Max can keep the fight on his feet. And I think Ilia's going to want to keep this fight on the feet as well. I don't think we're going to see Ilia shooting. I think Ilia's going to also underestimate Max's power. It might be hard to do that now, but we saw Ilia didn't really have much respect for Volk's power, and he said that during the lead-up. And he fought Volkanovski in a way more aggressive way than he fought Josh Emmett, a guy who he did respect the power coming back. I advise Ilia to respect the power of Max, because Max also is going to be throwing punches in bunches, and his volume is going to be way higher than Ilia's, and he's going to be throwing off that time, and he's not going to shy away. And if he gets hit, oh fucking well, I'll hit you too. Also, I ain't gonna lie, probably won't see it unless Max probably wins the title, but another matchup between Volk and Max probably looks a lot different now, because Max is way more patient. He's not getting hit as much as he used to. He used to rely on that chin. As his defense, and he knew if he had higher volume, he'll win fights. He's not doing that anymore. He's much more calculated, less volume, but still higher volume than his opponents. So once again, if this fight happens, I think Max Holloway wins on the stat sheet. He just got to win on the scorecards. Ilia said he's gonna be the first to put Max's lights out. Very interested to see if he can do that. And by him saying that, I think we know this fight is gonna be on the feet. It's gonna be a great fight. Another thing I want to point out: when Max Holloway and Volk first faced off, Max Holloway was 28 years old. Volkanovski was 31. Volk was in the prime of his fighting career, while Max Holloway was great. I mean, at that point, he was looked at as the featherweight GOAT. He was great. But in my opinion, looking at him now, he wasn't quite polished fully and had a little bit more growing to do. And when I say a little bit more growing to do, is stop taking as many punches. Now, a lot of people say, when we're talking about Max Holloway, yeah, his volume's high, but Max gets hit. You can't say that over his last few fights. Max is not getting his hit as much as he used to. And Justin Gaethje, it was hard for Justin Gaethje to find a button. It was very hard for Justin Gaethje. Yes, Justin Gaethje found his shots, just like Justin Gaethje's going to do, but it was not that easy. But going into this fight, the roles are reversed. Max Holloway is now 32 years old, polished, in the prime of his fighting career. Ilia's 27. Is Ilia quite polished? Ilia is great. But I think Ilia is in that position that Max was in, and Max is in that position that Volk is in. And he's at this is the most momentum Max has ever had in his career. And he says, yes, he ranked this fight against Justin Gaethje second in like his best wins, behind Aldo. But this was a better performance. So my question to you guys is: Ilia Topuria polished enough for the Blessed Express? I want to know what you guys think. Now, I'm not gonna give y'all a prediction. Y'all know I'm not gonna give y'all a prediction. Just throwing some questions out at you. But now, some fights that they need to make at featherweight. I think they need to book Aljamain Sterling versus Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez just beat Sadiq Yusuf and just broke into the rankings. He should be around 13 now. Aljo just came in, dominated. He beat Calvin Kattar. It wasn't a close fight. Calvin Kattar did not look like himself. It could be ring rust. It could be coming off the injury. Who knows? Aljo, there was not a second in that fight, I don't think, to where I think Aljo was losing that fight. Aljo should be around 8. Now, Aljo's going to want to be fighting up. Aljo's going to want Brian Ortega. And I think he's calling out Brian Ortega, and I think that's also a great fight. So if we can't get Diego Lopez versus Aljo, first of all, Aljo versus Ortega, that's not, Ortega destroys him. But if we can't get Diego Lopez versus Aljo, let's get Diego Lopez against Arnold Allen, who's, I think, 7 right now. Or let's get Diego Lopez against Josh Emmett. Let's throw Diego Lopez in there. I think he can swim. I think he can finish a lot of these guys and show a huge skill gap. Let's get Diego Lopez in there against some of these guys. And if he wins there, then let's give Diego Lopez a top 5 fight. And let's start working him towards that title contention. Because Diego Lopez should be fighting for a title within a year. Hell yeah. Should be fighting for a title within a year. And Ortega and Aljo should be the #1 contender fight to fight the winner of Max Holloway and Ilia. Now, Volk's going to come back at some point, so I don't know how that looks. I don't know if Volk intercepts that, but it should be. Those are the guys who should be contending. That's where the featherweight division should go from here. Or you can give Diego Lopez a Evloev. Yeah, that's a good fight. I don't know if UFC want to put 2 young guys like that against each other so quick, but that's a hell of a fight. I'm playing matchmaker right now. Hire me, UFC. I'm joking. Obviously, no more goes into it than that. But let me know what you guys think down below. That's something I just wanted to touch on. Till next time, and there will be a next time. It's your boy Cam saying check you later. Peace.